What is going on, human beings? It is your other human being known as Omega Plays Clash of Kings, back with another video guide and tips. Now, this video is going to be based on, I'm thinking of making a new series. I think it's going to be called The Pros and Lows. And this series will be based on, basically, the positive abilities or positive add-ons of buildings, or maybe troops, and maybe the negative add-ons of them. Now, this first episode is gonna be based on, maybe I'll do one per episode. This one's gonna be based on the stables. Now, all of these, we're gonna basically talk about all of the troops here. Now, all of them may have different abilities. Some of them may have, you know, some might stand out from others. So basically, we're gonna start off at the bottom and move our way to the top. Now, riders, okay, T1 we know are the weakest of the bunch. They are decently helpful for when, they could be. They're decent for defense, because if you have higher level troops, these riders can kill a little bit off. While, basically besides that, they're not really helpful. They do stand out in HP. Now, might I remind you now, the Calvary are the strongest in the game. They have the highest attack, but they are known for having low defense. Now, these tier 2, basically the same thing. I think these are actually worse than the tier 1. Not for stats, but just for defending and maybe attacking at points. Now, this one isn't really important either. Basically, these first 4 might not be important for people, but these tier 2 are known for, probably probably gathering. That's probably all they're important for. Now, tier 3 is, I'm thinking, tier 3 is the same as everything else. It's not really specifically standing out between the other two, but nothing really important here. Maybe their HP stands out a little bit, but like I said, their attack and defense are still really crappy, and they aren't really useful for, like higher level castles. I mean, they may be used for, whoops, they may be used for buffs and just taking, taking hits and stuff like that, or just kind of putting up like a blob in the middle of the battlefield. But besides that, they aren't really there. Now, Mounted Archer, it's a bit stronger. Mounted Archer stand out a bit from the other 3. Now, this is when we start getting into the stronger ones now. Basically, this one is really good for, this one's kind of stretching out for its attack. Like I said, their highest is attack, their lowest is defense, and their HP's kind of is in the middle, basically. Now, this one, I really liked using these ones. Resource Battle really stands out for this one. It's this one, and I think it's Strike Archer that really do good against, really do get good attacking, resource plots if there's farm troops. They just easily clear them out now. It's this one, and then you got Calvary Archer. Now, Calvary Archer also a resource battle, helpful. And this one's really good for its attack, like I said. Defense is still a bit low, but it's gone up a lot from T4. Now, HP is right next to it, obviously. But besides that, I mean, they're both ranged, so I guess they do have a little bit of a better attack. Their defense isn't that strong, obviously. Now, this one, I used this a lot back when I was weaker. But this one's now really not. I mean, it's still sort of important. It could be used as a buffer type of troop. But besides that, this one's still kind of not really there. It's still sort of a weaker one. And yeah. Now tier 6, this is when it starts getting even out. This one greatly increasing. This one I really liked tier 6. I miss it. Like I said, now attack is still lower for this one, but the HP is up. So I guess it does really well against for defending or attacking, both, I guess. Doesn't stand out for resource plot, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. A chance to attack enemy range troop. That's a huge deal for these guys though. Um, they're still pretty useful. They're good for buffing like all the other ones on the below. Now tier 7 is when you start using them. Tier 7 heavy cavalry archer. That's a good one. I enjoy it. Um, they're 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 pretty good. I haven't used them too much, but once I start getting the higher castle levels, I will build a bunch of these. These are pretty good if you want to get quick hits on castles, like just speed them up and just hit them real quick with full bunches of these. These can be pretty good. Their attack stands out, their defense is a bit low. Their HP is pretty good. Yeah, and this is when their attack is a bit lower than... Well, actually, their attack's pretty high. But besides that, they're pretty good. They're a nice troop. And, yeah. Now, we're moving on to the one that I can currently make. Now, that's the Royal Knight. The Royal Knights are really good. They can be very useful. They can kill a lot at points. And, attack, with the attack being a bit low, but the defense standing out. I think this is the only unit where the defense is higher than anything else. For cavalry, at least. I am building these up a little bit. I haven't touched my barracks or anything in months. I've been just focusing on upgrading, and if you can see that in my maxing out video. Now, these ones, they're good, obviously. They're good for killing monsters. They're good for killing people, killing farms, speeding up for resource attacks, and yeah. So, this is one I haven't even... I've unlocked this on my other castle. But this one is... Oh, this one stands out. The attack on this one is crazy. Look at that attack. It'd be way ahead of defense and HP. Now, this is why I see Prestige 5s, Prestige 4s, mainly using these ones over Divine Knights at points. They use these guys a lot for when, they hit resource plots. Full resource plots where people send full legions towards them. And it's very, very, very good for them. Due to the fact that, like, the speed on these guys is crazy, and the attack alone is just crazy. I think it's just barely below the Divine Knight, which we're going to right now. Oh, I think it's actually lower than the... Oh my god, I actually never seen that. So the Divine Knight is the strongest in the game. Strongest cavalry in the game, probably one of the strongest knights in the game. Their attack is actually lower, one point lower than T9, which is kind of a disadvantage, but everything else stretches out for Divine Knight. They got everything, and this is just the stats from 1 to X, they just fly up. Attack is a bit lower than everything else here, but the one that definitely stands out is the Strike Archer. I really like the looks of it. I can't wait till I get it on this account. It's a very, very good, very good type of troop to use. And, yeah, this is just a little review of them to see what you can get. Now, this is probably going to be it for the video. I'm just kind of... The MVP definitely has to be the Strike Archer. The Strike Archer did better than the freaking... Has to be better than the Divine Knight. T9 better than T10? That barely happens in any game. Now, this is probably gonna be it for now. I'm gonna end it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, hey, I guess I'm gonna make a mini series out of this. And hope you guys enjoy this. Take care, and I will see you guys later.